Well, the holiday travel season almost here, and if you're heading to the airport soon, you'll want to listen up to this.
A recent study done in Finland shows that airports, the big ones and the small ones, are home to all sorts of germs hiding in all sorts of places. 4 in Your Corner's Frank Cipolla taking a microscopic look at what's lurking at Southwest Florida International Airport.
Headed to the airport? Pack your worries.
His concern is, am I going to make it through security in time?
Just getting home on time.
But what about germs? Billions of them left by the thousands of travelers who visit Southwest Florida International Airport every day. With the help of biology professor Cliff Rank from Florida Gulf Coast University and student Matt Glass, we decided to take a closer look, swabbing all sorts of surfaces and getting a reading using this monitor. Rank is expecting the always present staph bacteria and maybe something else.
You don't expect to see things that's like E. coli in contaminated meats. It's also in stool specimens.
300 on this germ meter means the surface has the normal number of bacteria. The higher the number, the more gross it gets. Among the hot spots, the elevator buttons. This one came in at 418. The handles on those luggage carts, a nasty 532. Escalator handles, about the same, but loaded with bacteria colonies. The buttons on the ATM machine in the main concourse were home to almost 80 different colonies of bacteria. But that's just the beginning. If you're flying, everyone needs to go through here, the security checkpoint. And the bin you place your phone in, which you hold to your face, might be the same one the person before it put his shoes in, following a quick visit to the bathroom. On those shoes could be the staph bacteria, which can cause pimples, boils, and in some cases carry flesh-eating bacteria. Do you ever wipe stuff down when you get on a plane?
When I get on the plane.
But not here?
No, I never even thought about it.
There are about 1,000 to 1,500 of these bins here at RSW, all of them numbered. I've selected 3 at random, which we are going to test. And if it's any indication of what we've seen so far, they should be quite dirty. We tested the first bin and its handles. It came in below the normal level. The second, more than 2 times higher. The third, well, that's a different story. Even though the number was 611, Professor Rank says some stomach-churning germ colonies, more than 300, were lurking on board, including fecal bacteria and other bacteria generally found on the bottom of shoes. Representatives from both the airport and the TSA tell us it's important that we remember that any public space is a breeding ground for germs, and bring and use hand sanitizer or wipes at all times. Finally, they say wash your hands frequently. And speaking of hands, we did one last test on mine to show you what any one of us might be lugging around at any moment. Remember, 300 is a normal reading. Okay, after spending a whole morning at the airport and shaking at least a dozen hands, we're going to check out my hand to see how many germs we have on it, what may be on it. So let's take a look. Matt Glass is going to swab my palm.
Okay.
Wow. Frank Cipolla, Fox 4, in your corner.
Glad we got that all cleaned up. Frank says the reason TSA does not have hand sanitizer stations throughout every terminal in America is because it would cost too many of your taxpayer dollars to do that. The bottom line, he says, when you travel by air, you're really on your own.